praises to the Most High. Today I'm going to talk about the special people of the Most High and who they are in a walk through the scriptures. Alright, so let's start at Genesis chapter 17 and verse 2. And that's talking about how the blessing was given unto Abraham. And it was to Abraham to become a great nation. And it was to Abraham that kings would come out of him. And it was to Abraham with Sarah to have a seed to be, and that seed to be the great nation. Sarah was barren. And then in turn, Sarah's bondwoman, Hagar, had a child. And Hagar's child was to become a nation. But the chosen seed was to be in Isaac, the seed of Sarah. For she was barren, and the Most High allowed her to not become barren, and the Most High allowed her to have a child miraculously, because the Most High can do anything. And the Most High said that in Isaac shall that seed be called. And it's in Genesis chapter 21 and verse 12. Where in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Okay? And Romans 9 and 7 also confirms that it is in Isaac shall thy seed be called. And it is that one seed that is to be called. The one seed. And that one seed comes from Isaac. But Isaac had two sons, according to Genesis chapter 25 and verse 23. One was Jacob and one was Esau, and they were separated at the womb. And the first came out red, and the second came out, and his name was Jacob. So which one was supposed to be that singular one seed that come out of Isaac? So that one seed was Jacob. So the Most High chose him to be that special seed. For both of these two children were born under miraculous means, but it was Jacob who was to be chosen. Isaiah 14 and 1. Okay? So Jacob is that special son. He's the one who is to be that special seed to carry on the promise of Abraham. Okay? And then Genesis 32 and 28 says that his name will no longer be called Jacob. His name will be Isreal now. Okay? And his name is Isreal. And that is Genesis 49 and 28. That these children that came out of Israel were going to be the 12 tribes of Israel. And Israel blessed them according to their blessing. And they became a great people. And they became a great people above all people upon the face of the earth. So the Most High, out of all the nations, chose Abraham. And he chose to confirm that promise in the seed of Isaac. And he chose Jacob. Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art a holy people unto the Most High thy God. The Most High thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. For this is the people of the scriptures. These are the people that the Most High has chosen. And the scriptures are of no private interpretation. 2 Peter chapter 1, 20 and 21. It says that prophecy of scripture is of no private interpretation. For the scripture of the Most High and the word of the Most High can speak for itself. Okay? Alright, so these people were great people. And even John 3:16. Let's go to John 3:16. For the Most High so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. For this world the Most High loved so much. Was it the whole world? does the scripture contradict itself? For what world was Yahushua speaking of, which is the Paleo-Hebrew word of what is the word so-called Jesus Christ? It's Yahushua. Okay? So that's the name of the so-called Jesus Christ. It's Yahushua. That's his real name. Okay, so John chapter 17, verse 9. He says, I pray not for the world. So who is the world that Yahushua came and died for? Who is the world that he refused to pray for? Or is this an alien world? Is there many worlds? Hebrews 11 and 3. Okay, I'm going to go through a walkthrough. Hebrews 11 and 3. And we understand that the world, W-O-R-L-D-S, plural, were framed by the word of the Most High. But is it another world? Or is it a fact that Israel is a world within itself? And that Israel will be saved with an everlasting salvation. And Israel is a world without end. And is there a scripture that supports this? Isaiah 45 and 17. Israel will not be ashamed. And Israel will be saved. And it won't be confounded. And Israel is that world without end. And Yahushua came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and did not come for the other nations. Matthew 15:24. Okay, scripture says, prove all things. And we're going precept upon precept. Matthew 10 and 5. Now these are the words of Paul. Okay, these are the words of Paul. Alright? So this is Romans. Okay, this is Romans chapter 9, verse 3 and 5. So he speaks to the Israelites. He says that unto Israelites pertains the adoption, the covenants, and the giving of the law. But Paul also speaks of the Gentiles having salvation. The Gentiles having salvation. In Romans chapter 9, verse 24. When you get that when you have the time to read that, I'll read that right now. Even as whom he hath called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles. As he saith also in Hosea, I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not my beloved. And it came to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called children of the living God. So these Gentiles were called not the people of the Most High. But it is a fact that these people that Paul was quoting of in Hosea were Israelites who lost their heritage. Hosea chapter 1 verse 6. I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel, but I will utterly take them away. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, Judah as the Jew, and I will save them by the Lord their God. And I will save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horse, nor by horsemen. Okay, and then verse 9 says, Then said the Most High, call his name Lo Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. So these were Israelites, the 11 tribes that the Most High said, you are not my people anymore. But the Most High kept Judah, the tribe of Judah, who King David came out of. And they were known as Gentiles. But Paul brought all these 11 tribes, or 12 tribes, back together. So if all this is about Israel, And if all these things are about Israel, and the Most High is dealing with Israel, and he says that the Jews were given the oracles of the Most High in Romans chapter 3, okay? What became of these Israelites? What happened to these Israelites? Deuteronomy chapter 1. Let's go into the prophecy. Deuteronomy chapter 1, these words of the Most High, which Moses by the Most High spake unto all Israel. So Moses in Deuteronomy was speaking exclusively to the Israelites. In Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1, it says that these great people, beloved of the Most High, these people who are loved by the Most High, it says that if they'll keep his commandments, that all these blessings will come upon them. All these great things will come upon them and shall overtake them. They will be overcome with blessings. Overcome with blessings. That means the Most High will overcome. Imagine you're blessed so much that you're overcome with blessings. But the people of the Most High did not choose this. Deuteronomy 28:15. For on the left hand, if we did not keep the statutes and commandments of the Most High, these people, and all these curses shall come upon them and overtake them. So it's saying these curses will come upon us and overtake us. The Israelites are hearing these words of a prophecy that is to happen far in the future. They did not keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And Deuteronomy 28 and 64 says they will serve other gods. They will go into paganism. And that these great people will have a yoke of iron upon their neck. And they will be hungry and thirsty. They will starve. Deuteronomy 28 and 48. They will go through pestilence. They will go through many things. And who are these people? And who is the people that went through all these things? Who suffered all these things? Who had the rope of iron around their neck? What people in history have suffered these curses? What people has gone through these things? What people became slaves? Like a dog having a rope of iron around their neck. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. The Most High shall bring you thee again to Egypt with ships. And Egypt was far too close to where they were at to have to be brought with ships. But Egypt is a word that means house of bondage. The word for the location of Egypt is Mizraim. Alright? And we know that by Deuteronomy chapter 5 verse 6. That Egypt is the house of bondage. And that these Israelites were sold by Zidonians and by the people of Tyre, the Palestine, according to Joel chapter 3, verse 4 through 6, right? These people were sold by the Arabs, because the people of Palestine, the people of Tyre were Arabs. But who are the children of Zidon? Who are the children of Zidon? According to Genesis chapter 10, verse 15, Zidon was the grandson of Ham. Okay, so Zidon, the children of Zidon are Hamites. Let's get the history of the Hamites in the Bible dictionary, okay? So the youngest son of Noah Ham. He became the progenitor of the dark races, okay, skipping ahead. Not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, and Libyans, and the Canaanites. Okay, and then, so, Africa in itself was not called Africa at this time, because Leo Scipio Africanus, who was a so-called Caucasian, who named Africa after himself in the 1500s, this is before that time. So this was the land of Ham. And whoever these Israelites are, these Israelites were like the Ethiopians, saith the Most High, the Africans. They look like them. Amos chapter 9, verse 7, are you not like the Ethiopians unto me? So these people were sold into slavery by the so-called Africans and the people of Palestine, the Arabs, and they were sold into slavery to the Greeks, or the so-called Caucasians. And that's the history of the Israelites in the slavery. Okay? So, what does the world say about these Israelites? What does the world say about Israel today? What is the world saying about these people who are saying that they are Israelites? What are the people, are the neighbors of the Israelites, the Egyptians? What are they saying about these Israelites? The third president of Egypt had a quote. His name was Mesa. He had a quote about these so-called Israelites that are in, so-called Jews that are in Israel today. Alright? Pull that quote up. I cannot respect the present Jews because they left Israel black and came back white. Because they left Israel black and came back white. Revelation 2:9. I know thy works and thy tribulation, because these great people went against the commandments of the Most High, and they fell from their glory. But they are rich in faith. But there are those who are posing to be Israelites but are not, but are the synagogues of Satan. Posing to be Jews but they're not, but they're the synagogues of Satan. And there are people that rejoice over the inheritance of Israel and proclaim to be Israel. Ezekiel 35:15. They proclaim to be Israelites. These are the children of Idumea, that second son of Jacob, that son of Jacob, that brother of Jacob. These are the sons of Esau, who would be the sons of Jacob, but they're not. They pose to be the sons of Jacob, but they're not. Idumea comes from Edom. Edom are the children of Esau. And these people rejoice at the inheritance of Israel, posing to be Israelites. But the real Israelites are called many different names. Even the prophets are called different bywords. They were called Niger, Acts 13:1. Throughout history, they've been called these things. Revelation chapter 1. And this is a testimony of Yahushai. And bear in mind, Yahushai was an Israelite. And these are the things that John saw. It's the revelation of Yahushai. Okay? These are the things that he saw. And verse 2 says that the things that he bear record of the word of the Most High and the testimony of Yahushai. And these are the things that he saw. So these aren't things that he imagined. These are things that he literally saw. And this is Revelation speaking of those things, okay? Let's drop down to verse 14, and let's get verse 15 as well. And the description of Yahushai, his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. And his eyes, he had fiery eyes. sounds like kind of like a brownish texture, but it's fiery. And his feet were like fine brass. Brass is brown. This is the description, it's the way he's describing it. As if it burned in a furnace. He had dark brown skin. In Daniel 7 and 9. And the Ancient of Days, whose garments are white as snow, and the hair of his head was like the pure wool. The Most High had woolly hair, feet like brass, skin like brass, as if it burned in a furnace. So the image of Yahushua, or the so-called Jesus Christ. So-called Jesus Christ, Yahushua. And Yahushua was an Israelite as well, and he came from Judah, the fourth son of Israel. Hebrews 7 and 14. Okay? So in summary, to be an Israelite, you got a rope of iron in history around your neck as prophesied by Moses. You were sold into slavery by Africans and by Arabs, to Grecians who are white people. You were brought to a land that you didn't know by ships. You are a nation not desired. Blacks of America, O nation not desired, is you. You are the children of Israel. You are the tribe of Judah. This is just one tribe. You are the tribe of Judah. So who can save this people of Israel? Who can save the people of Israel? Who can save this people of Israel who fell from their glory? Revelation chapter 5, verse 5. And one of the elders saith unto him, Weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the seven seals thereof. The Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Lion of the tribe of Judah hath prevailed. And he shall redeem his people. And they said, Who is this King of glory? For he is our King, for I am of the tribe of Judah. He is my King. He is my King, the King of glory, the Most High, strong and mighty. And we will reign with him forever. And he shall be our King, and we shall be his sons. Shalom.